Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. If I'm smiling extra big, it's because I'm standing in front of a 2022 GT500 Heritage Edition. She is Brittany Blue with Wimbledon White Stripes on it, looking beautiful. Just under 400 miles on this baby, so she is ready to go into your collection, man. Now, I have the pleasure of driving one of these every day. It's not a Heritage, but it is a GT500 and they are a blast to drive. So if you're into driving one, this is gonna be a super rare car to drive or put into your collection. I mean, look at that Brittany Blue. That's an original 67 color. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it is the carbon fiber edition. So she's got the carbon fiber wheels on her. She's got the carbon fiber wing on it. It's back seat delete. I mean, just everything about this thing's just absolutely cool as hell. One of the cool things about the Heritage is they're the only ones that say GT500 down here, except mine. I might do a little custom work on mine to put that GT500 down there. I tell you, look at the interior, just looking sweet. I love mine, and you're gonna love this one when we park this dream in your driveway. Now we're gonna get inside it and show you how some of the gizmos work. The best thing to do is get on the web and check it out, because there's too many gizmos on this thing for anybody to know how every one of them work. I mean, she is just amazing. We're gonna pop the trunk here. This carbon fiber wing, just amazing. I tell you, just absolutely gorgeous car right here. Now, we do have the oil separator. That comes from the factory in the trunk. You can install that if you'd like. Real easy to install. And then we have the original window sticker right there too. So that'll come with it also. Isn't she beautiful, man? Now look down the side of this thing. Man, does she look sharp. I tell you, pull into any car show, I guarantee you're gonna be the only one there, especially with a Heritage. And you know what? The GTs and everything else have gone through the roof on the Heritage Editions. So guys, give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this Heritage in your driveway. Here we go, Heritage Edition. Now, one of the really cool things about this is we've been looking for one of these for sale. We haven't seen one for sale anywhere on the net, anywhere. And you know, we look everywhere. So this very well could be the first one that's offered for sale outside of at a dealership or the Ford plant still waiting to be built. And I told you earlier, I mean, I drive one of these every day. It was my pick. Last year, I drove another car. It was a GT500 also. I had a 20, and I liked it so well. I put like 16,000 miles on it or something crazy like that. This year, I got another one, and I got about 8,000 miles on that. So I may have just about, I've probably got the most miles on one of pretty much anybody. I mean, these are just a blast to drive. I just have just a hoot, man. And I tell you, I told you about the gizmos. I mean, there's all kind of stuff going on the steering wheel. Then, of course, you can take your traction control off right here. Now, if you hold up on that button for like 5 seconds, it takes the advanced track off, which actually will let you slide sideways, do donuts, all that good stuff. You can adjust your exhaust tone also. I think there's 4 settings on that. You can put your mode in. It's got slippery mode, it's got track mode, it's got drag race mode, it's got normal mode, and then you can also set up your own mode by hitting this Cobra signal here on the steering wheel. That's not the dash. Of course, you can change your shock tension here also. So if you want a little smoother ride, you can change that right on the steering wheel. I mean, just an amazing piece. Now we got the loudest setting on the exhaust right now, and it doesn't really sound that loud when you're in the car, but I've been told while I'm passing people, and I like to pass people, this thing is just humming, man. It just like almost deafening. My wife says when I leave the house that, you know, I'm waking up the neighbors every time I leave. So at least the neighbors know I'm going to work, right? And you can also, if you get online and set up the online stuff on it, you can take your phone and you can actually program it to start in quiet mode, and you can set a time. So like I've got mine set from like 6 in the morning till 10 in the morning. It starts in quiet mode, so you don't get that really deep rumble. I mean, you can still hear it talk, but it isn't that deafening sound that wakes up the whole neighborhood. You got to hit the button there to do that. I tell you, like I said, I can't say enough good things about this thing, and plus this isn't a heritage. You know, you've seen what the GT's done. All the GTs, any of the older ones and the new ones have just gone through the roof on pricing. So this is a real collector's item here, guys. So give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tom will tell you all about the car and how easy it will be to park this dream in your driveway. Now, we don't need to do it on this one, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna take it back to the shop right now, just like we do every car at Vanguard, and we're gonna put this sucker up on the lift so you can see how clean, nice, and neat the bottom side is. Right now, we're showing 376 miles on the dash, and that's another thing you can do. You can completely set up the dash completely different. Every time you change one of the modes, it changes the way the tack is. Like my tack goes around and across the whole top. I mean, that's all stuff you can play with. You can change the different colors. I'm not a techie guy, so I just do the bare minimum. I run mine in sport mode most of the time. You can run it in track mode, but the thing won't shift until you get to about 3,600 RPM. So I run, you know, when I want to play a lot, that's what I run it in. But for the most part, I run it in sport mode most of the time. So stick with us. We're gonna put this baby up in the air for you right now. All right, we're underneath the Heritage now, and I tell you what, right here, that's what I love. That little baffle in there, that's what makes a noise in there. You open up that little baffle and this baby makes some noise. You can see not a mark on the bottom of this thing, just looking sweet. Now these lower control arms are monsters. Of course, they got bracing going in every different direction. The rear diff here, 373 gear in here, and it does have the cooler lines. So this thing sucks out hot fluid and brings back cool fluid to keep that diff nice and cool. We got all the heat shielding here for the exhaust. You can see everything under here looks brand new because everything under here is brand new. It's a 22, it's got less than 400 miles on it. I mean, she is a beauty. And then right here, this is probably one of the most important things on the whole car, that 7-speed dual clutch transmission. And what happens there is it's like 8 milliseconds or something like that between shifts. I mean, it's like that long between shifts. I mean, it's like right now. Now what happens is you've got 2 clutches in there. One clutch works 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, and the other one works 2, 4, 6, and reverse. So they're just instantaneous shifts here. You can see all of this, look at that, not a mark on it anywhere. Now the front end of this car is pretty low, so you want to keep it away from the curb so you don't scratch all this up. But you know what, it is pretty tough. Like I said earlier, I drive mine all the time. I actually ran over a big semi-truck tire. You know, the recaps you see laying on the road, it come flying out of the car in front of me. I went underneath it. It did a very minimal amount of damage to my car. So this is pretty tough, guys, but keep it off the curbs. Now, right here, part of the carbon fiber package, these carbon fiber wheels and those gigantic Brembo brakes, 16.5 inches of Brembo brakes. Now you see this silver coating here? This is some kind of NASA coating that they used on the space shuttle that keeps the heat off of these carbon fiber wheels. Because if you're tracking this car and you're putting the brakes on with those giant Brembos, it's gonna make some heat. As you can see, the rockers down the side, everything, not a scratch on it anywhere. This is definitely something for your collection, guys. She's a heritage, she's a GT500, and she's a carbon fiber track pack, looking sweet. Out back here, these are 315 30 20s, and then there are 305s up front. We're gonna lower this baby down and take a look at that Predator power up front. All right, under the hood here, 760 horsepower, 5.2 liter, great big supercharger sitting on the top. And what's so cool about it is the guy who builds the motor gets to sign it. Isn't that sweet? Let's see if we can see what his name is. Looks like Matt built this one. Everything on this thing, this is a magnesium brace that goes between the shock towers here. Of course, she's got anti-lock brakes, she's got power steering, power brakes, she's got air conditioning. I mean, everything you need in your race car, right? The front end here is all, this is all carbon fiber, and you know how I know that? It says carbon fiber composite right there. Isn't that sweet? That's basically the core support here. I mean, everything about it tells the story. Now this cover right here is a rain cover, so if you take this baby out on the track, or if you're driving it in really, really hot weather, you can take this off and it'll let some of that heat out through that vented hood. So that's basically there just to keep the rain off the motor. I mean, everything just cool as can be. Like I said, I'm in love, and I'm sure you'll be in love, especially with this being the Heritage Edition. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your driveway.